Smolinski disappeared from Waterbury, Connecticut in August of 2004. Call if you've seen him. Everyone with a cell phone has lost a call at least once. It's one of the regular annoyances of our fast-paced lives. But when a cop loses a call in our next story, it's not the technology, it's the beginning of a nightmare.
On December 14th, 2001, I was out of town on business. It was about 6:30 in the evening. I was in my hotel room. I'd finished work for the day. Well, I had taken a call on my cell phone, and I was engaged in that conversation for a couple of minutes. I heard the beep of my call waiting of an incoming call. I switched over, took the second call. Hello? And I heard, "Hey, Tom, what's going on?" And I recognized that voice.
It belonged to his friend, 21-year-old Konstantin Simberg.
I said, "Hey, Kostya, what's up?" And at that moment, I heard like a shout or a scream, and then the phone just went dead. I didn't know what to think.
That phone call plunged Tom Britt headfirst into a mystery, the likes of which he'd never seen. And it all started in October of 2001 when Tom Britt met the caller, Konstantin Simberg.
Konstantin was a 20-year-old, almost 21, Russian kid. He was new in the country. He'd only been here a year. He didn't speak the language, hadn't quite assimilated yet.
Unfortunately, Konstantin got mixed up with the wrong crowd and found himself arrested for fraud and robbery. Enter Tom Britt.
Because I'm the only detective that speaks Russian, I would be the person to conduct the interrogation of Konstantin Simberg.
During the interview, Tom saw the good heart in this troubled youth, so he decided to help him out.
I wanted to put him on the right path and try and convince him, look, you need to straighten yourself out. It's not too late.
There was a genuine friendship between Tom and Konstantin. A bond had formed. But Tom's relationship with his new friend ended tragically when hunters found Konstantin's body 2 days after the mysterious phone call. The location was the remote area of Fossil Creek, 100 miles outside of Phoenix.
It's the type of area where even if he would have screamed and yelled, shouted for help, there really wasn't much chance of anybody hearing his cries for help. Konstantin was led to this location right here where he was stabbed. There was a lot of blood found on these rocks.
Cops say the attack didn't end there. They say he was doused with gasoline and lit on fire, then covered with large rocks like this to conceal the crime. Police say his attackers left him for dead, but amazingly, Konstantin was still alive. He managed to move the rocks off his back and make it to the creek, shedding his burning clothes along the way. He floated more than 100 yards downstream before finally succumbing to his injuries.
Konstantin died a horrible death, a death that one wouldn't wish on his worst enemy, and knowing him personally makes it just that much more painful.
Tom Britt vowed that he would do everything in his power to find Konstantin's killers. He wouldn't have to search that hard. Tom had the key clue in his hand, his cell phone. He pulled his own phone records and found the number Konstantin called him from the night he was attacked. That number led Tom to this apartment complex and to 3 of Konstantin's friends. Detectives say they found evidence in the apartment linking the 3 men to the murder, including Konstantin's blood on the carpet. 2 of Konstantin's killers are behind bars, but the 3rd suspect, a Russian kid named Mikhail Drachev, is still on the loose. After he went on the run, cops uncovered this new picture of him taken in Canada. Drachev has dyed his hair blonde, and he's sporting glasses. This new-look photograph could be the key to finally catching the accused killer. Drachev is a Russian national, but speaks perfect English without an accent. He may be going by the name Michael. If you've seen him, call us now at 1-800-CRIME-TV.
Corporal Jason Mikowski of the Dearborn Heights, Michigan Police Department was shot to death by a suspect when he responded to a disturbance call. Corporal Mikowski was an 11-year law enforcement veteran who worked on the SWAT and undercover units. He was studying for a doctoral degree. In his off-duty hours, he loved cigars and playing poker with his friends. He leaves behind his 3-year-old son.
Let's take one more look at some of tonight's cases. Eric Rosenstrom is wanted for killing his former boss in Texas. Rosenstrom's a control freak, maybe passing himself off as a retired cop, and travels everywhere with his laptop computer. Cops in Montgomery County, Maryland are looking for any information into the murder of consignment store owner Vanessa Sosin in February 2003. Cops in Dallas say that Sucha Singh stabbed his wife to death because she asked him for a divorce. Singh may be hiding out in New York or Toronto. Cops in Charleston, South Carolina say that Jade Young, an accused drug dealer, shot a man to death. Juan Antonio Pena is wanted for shooting a man to death after an argument at a bar in Hartford, Connecticut. Carlos Cervantes is charged with killing a man in Oakland, California. And Mikhail Drachev is wanted for murder in Arizona. I'm John Walsh. Thanks a lot for watching tonight. And remember, can make a difference.